Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Today's video is going to be all about tracking macros because that's currently where I'm at in life. I allowed the winter flub to take on a little too long, and as a fitness girly, I do it for the sake of knowing portion control. I'm not gonna lie, tracking macros is hard. It's hard to get into, but I feel that once you get into the rhythm of things and once you get into the groove of just like measuring out your food and kind of having stuff meal prep, which I don't have anything meal prep today, so I don't even know what we're gonna eat today, but we're gonna fit our macros. But what I'm saying is like, once you get into the groove of things, it's just a lot easier. And I think it's just the principle of having it become a habit, because I fell off of tracking macros back in September and I stopped caring about my nutrition, and then suddenly I was 10 pounds heavier and I was like, whoa, I thought I was living a healthy lifestyle. Like, what happened? And it's not coming from a place of vanity. It's coming more so from a place of like how I feel. I was feeling bloated all the time. I was feeling yucky. And I know it's because I wasn't nourishing my body well, and I was still working out throughout that whole time, but my workouts weren't as great because I wasn't fueling my body properly. I was eating more fats than anything, and I was eating out all the time. I was just eating like shit, truly. So it wasn't until I decided, like, you know what, I need to start tracking macros. And I told myself back in January of this year, 2026, that I needed to get back on it. And even then, it was about 30% of the time that I was tracking macros where I was like on point, and then the other 70% I was just not hitting the mark. So it took a little bit of a long time. Now we're like end of March, and I would say that now I hit my macros about 85% of the time. We're still not at 100, but I've come to an understanding that shaming yourself into like being better is never gonna get you anywhere. As someone that's recovering from a perfectionist mentality, I used to approach wanting to establish a new habit by trying to be perfect, by trying to get it 100% of the time. And then as soon as I didn't get it, I would say, oh, well, whatever, it doesn't work for me. You suck, you can't do it. Whereas now it's more so, okay, we got to 30%. Let's see what we can get next week. And okay, maybe we do a little bit better. And then the following week, okay, maybe we regress and now it's 25% that we're hitting the macros. And it's just kind of this journey of wanting to be better, but not feeling shitty about not hitting the mark, because it's not gonna be an overnight thing. Again, sometimes I feel like we forget that it's a journey and it's gonna take time to build this habit. So don't beat yourself up if you're not getting it right away. If anything, remind yourself that time is gonna go on regardless. Time passes. So whether you start now and start working towards establishing this habit, it's better than just not doing it at all, just eating like a jackass all the time. Today we are tracking macros. So let's get the day started. For breakfast, we are having 2 pieces of toast and butter eggs, and it's delicious. I usually have a fruit with me, but I didn't have anything meal prep, so we're just having this. And I have about 5 minutes to eat this because I gotta go. But this is her, and she's actually really good. I tend to eat the same breakfast every single day. I just got to campus, but I wanted to show you the snacks that I pack that I usually eat in class. I don't really pack lunch because I frankly don't have the time to eat lunch. I have 3 classes back to back, and I'm on campus for about 6 hours, so I'll have my protein shake, the Oiko, 30 grams of protein, and then my prebiotic blueberry acai. I got these from Costco and I love them because I am all about gut health. I struggle with my gut so badly, so I add fiber in my water every single day, and then I eat those because it's supposed to be good for the gut. I don't know, but I do track it. So we will see where my hunger is at the end of the 6 hours, so I'll see you then. Oh my goodness. That last class drained my mind. I'm so glad that I ate for breakfast because sometimes I will forget to eat breakfast, or maybe like I just don't have the time for it. And I feel it when I'm in class, especially my last class is like my biggest accounting class. And I realize that when I don't eat, it's so hard to concentrate and it's so hard to retain this information and to go into like problem solving practice problems. I'm just like, bro, my brain is not working. And that's when I realized, wow, you really do need fuel for your brain. Now we're gonna go home, walk the pepperonis. I don't know if I'm gonna eat a big lunch. I think I'm just gonna do like a little mini pre-gym snack because I'm trying to get to the gym as fast as possible before the lazy sets in, you know, because I'm trying to get ahead of this lazy thing. I feel like a lot of the times when I'm done with class, I don't wanna do anything. But then at the same time, I don't wanna wake up at 4 in the morning to go gym. So like, you know, but it's fine. We're gonna reach our goals. I'm starting to see progress from this mini cut, and I'm calling it a mini cut because I'm not in an extreme deficit. I'm in about a 500 calorie deficit. I'm hoping to be done with this mini cut until maybe early May, and then I'll just go back into maintenance. But I think I'm always gonna keep tracking because I feel like when I stop tracking my macros, my nutrition just kind of goes out the window because I don't really care about portion control. So unless I have like a tangible number to tell me this is how much you should be eating, I'm not gonna eyeball it because I'm always gonna eat with my eyes over my brain, you know? I forgot I was gonna film myself making this and then I completely spaced out. But anyways, I'm gonna be having 2 mini tostadas and I made some chicken salad to go on top of it. I usually have rice cakes with almond butter, bananas, and a little bit drizzle of honey as my pre-workout snack. But I'm hungry, like I am genuinely hungry, so this is her. And then I made a big batch of the chicken salad and it's always such a pain in the ass to track it all. But I did it, and we're tracking my macros and we're being consistent and we're doing the thing. It's pretty good. For today's movement, I'm gonna be doing a gluten hammies workout, and then I'm gonna go walk the pepperonis right after for about a mile with my weighted vest, and then I wanna go run a mile in my weighted vest just because, I don't know, I wanna build my endurance like that. And I wanna be properly fueled because yesterday what did I hit? Yesterday I hit back and buys. And then I walked the puppies for a mile, and then I dropped them off at the house, and then I went for another 2 miles. So it was 3 miles total that I ended up walking. And when I tell you, I was so weak. Like I felt so exhausted, disgusting. Like I didn't properly fuel myself, and that's my fault. So we're doing better today. Today's workout definitely felt a lot better than yesterday because I properly fueled myself. But I am low on protein, so these are my favorite protein hack, I guess you can say. Crunchy roasted edamame with avocado oil, and the macros on this are actually pretty good. It's a total fat of 5 grams, carbs is 8 grams, and protein is 14 grams. When I saw this at Costco, I was like, yes. I'm gonna snack on this while I do some homework. For dinner, I am having beef and broccoli that this lovely man made for me. And then I'm also having this royal milk tea, and I made sure that it all fit in my macros, but I did leave enough room for a sweet treat. Ovi is the next day, but I didn't end up having a sweet treat last night. I was actually pretty satisfied with the beef and broccoli that I had for dinner that my lovely husband made me. And the royal milk tea, that was actually really sweet, and everything fit in my macros. I was actually under by about 200 calories. It's not perfect every day, and I am seeing progress, so I know I am in a deficit, but I just want to remind you that not every day is perfect, and it took me a very long time to get back into tracking macros. If someone was interested in tracking macros, I would tell them do it. But leave that perfectionist mindset and that ego out the door. Because as soon as you make that decision of, okay, let's do it, let's track our macros, and you do great the first day, you do great the second day, third day you slip up and you get discouraged because you slip up. The next day, just tell yourself, let's just not slip up today. And if you slip up again, try to be better. And the more that you are continuously trying to be better at this new habit that you're building, eventually it's gonna stick. I always say that you can't have discipline without grace, because in order to create the lifestyle that you want, it requires discipline. But the grace comes in because it's not gonna happen overnight. Like, be kind to yourself. I really hope that this video was encouraging and you guys took something out of it. Have a lovely day. Till next time, bye.